Whoop. And another one. Yes, I'm back. Hello, everyone. I am Tarra Jackson, aka Madam Money. I am your host for today's Side Gig Con Live. We are excited to introduce the first Side Gig Con virtual conference. It's happening tomorrow, Friday, July 17th, and Saturday, July 18th. The big days are happening, and we have a phenomenal expert facilitator. Like, if you ever wanted to get in the media, how many of y'all wanted to like get your products and services on the news, or you want to get a media spotlight, or you want to, get more exposure for your business? I had to get my big guns and get someone who has not only knows how to do it, but has done it and has been very successful, and she teaches other people how to do it. So Heather, thank you so much. Where are you anyway?
Right now, I'm in wonderful Los Angeles, California.
Oh wow, you weren't you just in Vegas or something? You were somewhere. You keep traveling all over the
I'm
place.
all over. I make the rounds. I try to keep myself busy, but I have clients all over the country now. And as I'm doing more and more media consulting and helping folks get their podcasts started, maybe they want to do a video cast or a live web TV show. Or they've got products or services to promote. Everybody has an idea that they want to share with the world, and they've looked to me because they've seen the track record in my own success that's gotten me to where I am. And I think that that's why so many people are asking me, how did you do it? Because I see Instagrams bombing everybody's with, get all of this, get on national news, get on national news. And national news was good to me, but it wasn't what was great to me. And
Right.
if you have a side hustle that you're trying to get out there and trying to establish yourself, and like Side Gig Con, the whole point of it is to help you create a full-time income from your part-time side hustle, that you have to figure out, how do I create the media attention that I need? And simply all you have to do is go to the smaller media outlets. It's not about the big press, and that's the biggest challenge.
Yeah, we're not going to give it away. So we know that, we want to save some stuff so people that are attending will actually get to the meat of it, because I'm excited about your session, because both of us, we have been on Fox News, but we've been on the local stations of Fox News, and
Mm-hmm.
that has given us more impact and more power than if we were on the national scale. We've been on several other news programs, and the local media has been very successful, which then turns into a wider spread scope.
Mm-hmm. Well, and to that point, I am a Fox News contributor for identity theft, fraud, scams, data breaches, and all of that money stuff that you and I have talked about for so many years together. And what I would do is I would sit there and I would do the national appearance, but where the rubber meets the road, we're in all of the local Fox media appearances, just like you. I would sit there for 4 hours quarterly, and I would, like clockwork, boom, boom, boom. They'd bring me into a virtual green room, and then I would go from station to station to station and just do interviews for 4 hours solid. And if you look at the numbers and see where the hits were, where the purchases were, it was from all of the local media opportunities. It was all of those smaller markets. And the smaller the market, and my best wasn't even TV. AM radio are the people that buy stuff. And
Yeah,
if you've got a product or a service that you're wanting to hustle, that's the place to do it, is
yeah.
AM radio.
Everybody thinks that it may be Sirius XM, it may be the FM, but AM radio is where the money is, because the people that have the money, they're listening to those talk radios. There's the ones that still listening to the AM stations. So that's a really good point. Those are some nuggets that you're going to share at the conference. So Heather, tell us a little bit about yourself. Tell the world I know how fabulous you are. I've been telling the world that I have a white twin. She has the red hair. She's a white chick, but she's just like my alter ego. So you all get to meet my alter ego here. But tell everyone how awesome you are and exactly what you do.
Well, thank you so much for that compliment, because I feel the same about you. You get to be that alter twin of mine, because you get to, I mean, financial fornication, who would have ever thought of that? But I loved it. It was so great. It was a great avenue to go down. But, I grew up super poor. And so I was driven to live a better life. And the where I am now has to do with my trials and tribulations with money and trying to figure it out. Because I had this idea of what rich people did and how rich people were. I worked for them. I cleaned their houses. I worked in their restaurants, So I thought that, like, I watched their behaviors and I thought, oh, well, this is how they do. They always pull out plastic. So there must be something to that. And before I knew it, I was in debt, like 70 grand. And I'm like, whoops. Maybe that's not quite the thing. And then I went and I got a killer job. I was a stockbroker. For goodness sakes, I was making millionaires more money. And I still couldn't figure it out. I was making money hand over fist and I was still broke. How does that happen? And so what I discovered along the way in my pursuit of wealth was that wealth is more than money, and that money isn't the answer. Because the reason why we make mistakes with money have nothing to do with money. It all has to do with the way we respond to our environments. And that's kind of where I got to this biology-based approach to success. Because in anything, whether it's our career, like weight management, money management, you name it, it's all of the same. It's how we respond to the environment. It doesn't matter what happens, because if you look at some of the most successful people, they had like horrific challenges to overcome.
Yeah.
But people that had it easy, had like the 2-parent household, they just kind of accepted what was dealt them. And didn't really have like a hunger or a desire. And you would think that those people that started further ahead would have been way better off, but it's not about that at all. And it's about understanding how the brain and the body work and how to train yourself to respond better in any environment, which translates to responding better with your money, with your career, with your relationships, with all of it.
And that's wonderful. And I love that you're teaching people that. But I love that you now have created a platform for yourself. You didn't wait for someone to put you on a platform. You created your own platform.
Well, exactly.
Other people to come onto your platform, which expanded your platform. And then you got noticed by the media, and the media, you attracted the media, and they came to you and sought you out. And now you're able to teach people how to do that as well. Sometimes it's not about chasing the media. It's doing what's necessary to attract the media to want you on their platforms.
Well, exactly, and I think about like how these people charge tons of money for public relations and they don't really guarantee anything. Right. But there's things that you can do that I'm going to reveal in my Get More Press workshop that you can use. You can do this yourself. You can have your assistant do this. You can have your spouse, partner, significant other, make your kids do some of this work, because it's about creating relationships and identifying who you need to be around in the media. And I'm going to share all of this in the workshop tomorrow. And that is what really catapulted my success, identifying who it was that I needed to get myself in front of and figure out the best way to do that.
That's so awesome. So your session is Get More Press for your side gig, and that is tomorrow afternoon. So I can't wait to be in your session and hang out and see everybody else. So if you want more press, if you want to get more press for your side gig, you got to go, register for Side Gig Con, and then Friday, make sure you go to Heather's session as well. For the VIPs, it's going to be recorded. So even if you happen to miss it or whatever, you're going to get the recording so you can watch it over and over and over and over again. So Heather, speaking of which, why do you feel it's important for people with side gigs who want to start a side gig to attend this conference?
Well, I'm excited to learn more because you have a great lineup of folks that are going to be presenting. And, again, we can be intimidated. We can allow fear to paralyze us because we just don't know what to do. And half of the time we don't know what we should know. I mean, one of my keys in my Keys to Riches financial philosophy is knowledge is power, not knowing is powerful. Identifying what you don't know and filling that gap is critical to success. And if you've got a side gig, I can't think of a better place to figure out how to take that. Like the whole premise of this workshop is to take your side gig and create that full-time income. And with the breadth and depth of knowledge of the individual speakers and the keynotes that are here, if you have any questions, you're going to find the right place to get them answered. And I think that that's why this is so important. And that's why I was so excited and honored that you asked me to be a part of it, because media is that little piece that everybody is afraid of because they always fear the big dollar sign. But there's a way to get around that you can self-promote effectively without a huge financial investment.
Absolutely. And I can attest to that. I mean, you know, when you're doing what you're supposed to do and you put yourself out there correctly, you attract certain things, right? So platforms that I've been able to be on, Essence Fest, you know, Black Enterprise, you know, Fox News, Al Jazeera, all of those, they came to me. They found me, and they found me because of what I put out there, and that attracted. So it's very important, like you said, to start putting yourself out there, but the right way. Putting yourself out there the right way. So Heather, before we go, what is one good tip that you can give to those people that have side gigs that can help them right now?
They need to remember that every interaction that they make, whether it's for the media or anything, they need to approach it like it's a persuasion. And so when you materially look at interactions with others as, what is my goal of this conversation? Am I trying to deepen an existing relationship? Am I trying to build one for the future? Do I want them to take an action after we part, like buy my product or service, go online, register for my event, whatever it is? And we need to think about that first, you know, like Stephen Covey said, you know, think with the end in mind, or begin with the end in mind. And so as we do that, we can work backwards and we can lead people where we want to go, because nobody likes to be told what to do. Nobody likes to be pushed into decisions. But if you meet somebody where they are and walk with them, you can lead them where you want them to go if you approach it as a persuasion.
That's awesome. So that's what Side Gig Con wants to do. We just want to lead you to where you want to go. We're going to meet you where you are. We're going to lead you to where you want to go, especially if you want to get more press with Heather Wagenhals. Thank you so much. Again, make sure you register. SideGigCon.com is right there. Scrolling. Make sure you register SideGigCon.com. It starts on Friday, July 17th and Saturday, July 18th. Check Heather out. You know, tell her we said hey on Friday in her session. Thank you so much, Heather. I so appreciate.
Oh, it's my pleasure.
Thank you for saying yes to this and for sharing your expertise. Even though you're a 3-hour time, 3-hour time distance.
I'm good. I'll get up for you, girlie. I'll do it.
I appreciate you so much. Thank you, everyone, for watching. We'll see you at Side Gig Con.